Welcome. Here's your writing lesson for today. You will need the second page in your writing packet. It says following steps. We're going to be reading the story, the focal text today, the story From Seed to Plant. I need you to be following along and listening really closely because when we are done, we're going to play a memory game. When we are done, you are going to try to write down the steps that the author says in the story From Seed to Plant on how to plant a seed in order. So you're going to write down the steps in order by memory. So you're going to need the second page in your writer's notebook. In your writing packet. All right, so before we start, let's talk about how I should present my work. So some ways that we can present our work. I'm getting ahead. Let me go back to the book. All right, so the book is From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. Why do you think the author wrote this book? What was her purpose of writing the book? What was the purpose of her writing the book, Miss Leah? To inform the readers how to plant a seed, right? How to plant a seed. All right. So hold on. Before we start, what's the difference between a fact and an opinion? What's a fact and opinion? What's the difference, Miss Bernaya?
Because an opinion is what you think about it, and a fact is like something about it.
Good. A fact is something you can prove. It's definitely right. You can look it up and you'll find that the answer is right. A opinion is when somebody says how they feel or what they think. It's not always true. All right. So let's move on. I'm just going to look through it real fast. Look at the pictures she's using here. Oh, she uses different pictures and labels to tell us about the plants. Why do you guys think she wrote it this way? Good, to show the steps on how to plant a seed. All right, let's go ahead and start reading.
From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. Daisy. For Sue and Don Collins. Special thanks to Bob Welch of Shears Greenhouse, Bradford, Vermont. Tomato, seeds, squash, violet. Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant.
Oh, what's
Tulip, daisy,
what's the key word here?
rose, pea, buttercup, corn.
What's the key word here? Most plants make seeds. A plant contains the beginning of a new plant.
Oh,
Beginning. Very good. It's in chronological order. This is the beginning. All right, let's keep reading.
Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. Sunflower, oak tree.
So a sunflower, what seed does it make? The sunflower seed. And we see these out in the yard all the time, right? In the playground. Yes, we do. These acorns. And when we see these acorns, these are the seeds of what kind of tree? What kind of tree? Oak trees. So we know the tree out there is an oak tree. All right, let's keep reading.
Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where most seeds begin. Zinnia, apple tree, dandelion, aster. A flower is made up of many parts. In the center of the flower is the pistil, petal. The sticky part at the top of the pistil is the stigma. The parts of the flower around the pistil are the stamens. Stamens make yellow powder called pollen. At the bottom of the pistil are tiny egg cells called ovules. Sepal, stem.
What are these called? Where it says sepal, stem, petal. What are those called? No. Starts with the L. These are labels, guys. These are labels. They're labeling the picture. They're showing you this part is called this. They're called labels. All right, let's keep going.
Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of a flower like itself. This is called pollination. Pollination. Stigma. Pollen. Pistil. Stamen. Pollination happens in different ways. Often, wind blows pollen from flower to flower. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice, called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. Pollen. Pollen. Then they carry the pollen to another flower, where it comes off onto its pistil. Pollen. Pollen. Pistil.
So what else other than the wind, what else helps the pollen go from plant to plant? Leia? The animals, the birds. Look how the bird here is standing on the flower, on the pollen part of the flower. Look, now the pollen is stuck to the bird's feet. And then the bird goes from this other flower, and he stands on the pistil. And then he lets out the pollen that's on his feet from the other flower to this flower. Do you see? And then the same thing, the bee helps as well. Over here, it's hard to see on the board, but if you look at it here, there's a bumblebee in here. And this bee also spreads the pollen from flower to flower. On his wings, the pollen gets on his wings, and he doesn't know. When he goes to the next one, he spreads the pollen. All right, let's keep going.
If a pollen grain from a flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into an ovule. This is the beginning of a seed. Pollen grain, tube, ovule. The seeds grow inside the flower, even as the flower begins to die. As the seeds become bigger, a fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seeds. Pod, fruit. When the fruit or pod ripens, it breaks open. The seeds are ready to become new plants. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant where they will grow. Some pods or fruits open and the seeds pop out. Sometimes, when birds eat berries, they drop the seeds. Other seeds fall into streams, ponds, rivers, or the ocean. There they travel on the water until they stick to dirt along a shore.
See, look, and they drew a picture. They showed us a picture of how that looks. Here it's stuck onto the shore, and then look, there's a little small plant growing here on the shore.
The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that stick to the fur of animals or people's clothes. Later, they drop off onto the ground. A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes. Directions explain how to plant the seeds and care for the plants.
What are they doing in this picture?
They're growing plants.
God, they're planting. They're planting the seeds.
The beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. Beginning of a plant. Food. Seed coat. Bean. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs rain to soak the seed and soften its seed coat. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in water and minerals from the soil for food. Germination. Root. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot toward the sun. Shoot. Leaves.
Why do you guys think it says shoots, leaves? Those are what? Those are labels. They're labeling. All right, let's keep going.
The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. Bud.
And what does it say? Finally. So we know this is the last step. And Mariah, can you put your head up, please?
Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruits, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins and minerals, and they are tasty too. Rice. A From Seed to Plant project. How to raise bean plants. 1.
Remember we did this together beginning of the school year? Yeah. Okay, let's see how they do it. Let's see if they do it differently than how we did it.
Find a clean glass jar. Take a piece of black construction paper and roll it up.
Did we do construction paper?
2.
No. Did we do a glass jar? No. But it was clear, wasn't it? So I think that's the only important thing, really. All right, let's keep going.
Slide the paper into the jar. Fill the jar with water. 3. Wedge the bean seeds between the black paper and the glass. Put the jar in a warm place.
Did we do that? No. We did put it in a warm place, but we didn't put the construction paper in there and fill it up with water. Although that's probably a good idea. I'll do that next time. All right, let's keep going.
Beans. 4. In a few days, the seeds will begin to sprout. Watch the roots grow down. The shoots will grow up. Watching your bean seeds while they sprout.
Why do you guys think it says watching your bean seeds while they sprout? What do they mean by that? They mean you can watch them. Why can we watch them with a glass or clear bottle and we can't watch them with another bottle? Leia? Very good. So that's why it's important that it's a clear bottle so you can see. All right, let's keep going.
Caring for your bean plants.
Why do you guys think it says caring for your bean plants? Good, because here they're probably going to tell us how to care for them.
5. Put dirt into a big clay pot. 6. Carefully remove the small plants from the glass jar. Place them in the soil, covering them up to the base of their shoots. 7. Water them and watch them grow.
They're nice and big and pretty.
Seeds and plants. Seeds and plants. Scientists who study plants are called botanists. Some seeds sprout only in the heat of a forest fire. Some plants live for only one season. They are called annuals. Other plants die at the end of a season but grow back the following year. They are called perennials. Plants in the desert, such as cactus plants, store water in their stems. They can live for a long time without rain. Mountain plants are short, so the wind can't blow them over. Plants move. Many flowers open in the morning and shut at night. Some close when it rains. Also, plants move toward light. Some plants eat insects. These plants live in soil that doesn't have enough minerals for food. Venus flytrap, the biggest flower in the world, grows on the island of Sumatra. It can weigh up to 25 pounds and can be 4 feet across. Rafflesia plant.
Rafflesia plant. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, I do that. I know about it.
Okay, so that's that. Awesome. All right, let's look at the reading graphic organizer and see how that's going to help us. How should I present my work? Facts and numbers, or that means making a graph or a bar graph or a pictograph, and that's what we're doing this week with different kinds of things. Narrative, that means writing it as a story. Procedure or how-to, that's how we're going to be writing this one. We're going to use a step-by-step list. You can either write it also information or opinion, or how can I share my writing orally in writing, and that's when we report it. But we're going to be doing procedural text that's use a step-by-step. All right. So what we're going to do next is on your paper, you're going to go ahead and take out your paper 18.8.2 following steps, and I want you to write the steps in order in the boxes below. Put the steps in order. You're going to write the steps in order in the boxes below. What steps are needed to turn a seed into a plant? What do we need to do to turn a seed into a plant? Okay? You're going to write down the steps on the lines below. That's all we're doing today. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you later. Bye.